What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Well, a very, very happy Friday to you. That's where everyone's supposed to cheer. Woo! Yeah! Friday! Hooray! This is your show, the Friday edition. I am your host, Gary. I hope you're having a fantastic, lovely little finish to the work week and getting ready for the best weekend of your life. Now, this show, still, as far as we know, the only show originating from Saskatoon, going live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, no matter what. And we're so proud and grateful and thankful to be able to say that, and all of those things right to you as well, because without you, this isn't a show, because it's your show. It's right there in the name. So thank you for coming along and always being a part of it as we continue our quest to make the world a better place. We also have a camera around here, and I was just dancing until she got back to her spot. She always knows. You know, she's getting really, really good at this. Mm-hmm. This is a five-time, to quote Booker T, award-winning camera. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Maggie Cam. Ooh. There she is. Look at all those awards. Oh, this is our first time ever with a skirt under the table. Perfect. The Maggie Cam, proudly presented to you by our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. When you walk through those majestic doors, your life changes forever, I'm telling you. They got a puppy Leroy there, just like Maggie. He takes up the till, says, hello, come say hi to Mike and or Rochelle, and they will guide you through your shopping experience. If you're looking for treats, they're everywhere. They literally have buckets full of treats for you. They have toys galore. They have outfits. They have all the latest in the leash and collar fashions, including the buckle-up collars, which are so hot right now, the Hansel of the collar game, if you will. They have the fridges in the back because they have all the raw foods that your dog would need if you wanted to switch the diet to the raw food diet. That's right beside the puppy cleaning station, which Uncle Brando took his beautiful big Earth to, and they had a lovely, lovely time. Got her super, super clean, as it is. I guess today is our sort of first day where it might dry up a little bit, but it was real muddy there for a while. And the poop pickup as well. They got everything you need there, all the scoopers and all the other things that will save your back and all the other stuff that you go through when you're trying to clean up all that poop. Also the normal food and so much more. I can't begin to explain all of it because they have everything you need. And that's the beauty of our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are also open after hours and on weekends just for you, thanks to Kirsten and Chris. So go by, say hello, and change your life for the better. Thanks to our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, as she slowly drifts off. You know, if you ever want to start a successful studio, all you need is a dog. I think that's what we've all learned here. A really cute dog that will bring all the fans in. We have different themes for each show during the week, and they all are very, very awesome and unique in their own ways. On Mondays, we have a Female Mondays show that we do. Tuesdays, we got the All Out Angst podcast. Wednesdays, we take you all the way around the world with the All the Way Around table. Thursdays, we check in with CTV's Matt Young. We also have stop-bys from other friends, including Johnny Factoid, and so much more. And then Fridays come around, and the best way to finish off a week, and the thing that makes Fridays so incredibly fantastic, is because they're made to have fun, which led to the creation of the Friday Fun Table. And we are about to introduce you to the reason it's called the Friday Fun Table. We have one half of the Commander Cookout Podcast. And we have one half of the Past Our Bedtime Podcast right there. If you're watching on the YouTube, oh, it should be. Thank you. So sweet. You'd see the banner for the Past Our Bedtime Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have LB on the ones and twos. It's Uncle Graham and Hardcora.
Uncle Brando.
Uncle Brando.
Uncle Brando.
Pretty soon you have to start calling me Network Brando.
What did I call you? Uncle Ryan?
Uncle Grandma.
Uncle Grandma.
Oh.
Too many uncles here.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Well, I guess I ruined the Friday fun table. Now it's the Friday angry table.
We're the all about angst Fridays.
They're going to eventually start mixing
Not me.
together.
I'm happy.
This
I'm happy
is
to be here.
this is quite humorous. I was talking to Uncle Grandma earlier as we recorded last night for his latest episode, and it was really, really cool. We got to talk to a sound guy for a one-man band, and it's not like a normal one-man band. You know, like the ones like the hi-hat on the top and like
Yeah.
on the back.
Harmonica.
Symbol
no.
on his knees.
Yeah.
This dude, and the episode is going to be fantastic, like the stories that were told. But the sound guy said he has, I think, 13 different inputs coming off of this guy's body.
Jesus.
So he's got like a double kick on one foot. He's got a drumstick attached to the top of his guitar. So he just goes like this, and then it keeps his beat on the hi-hat. It's the coolest thing. And so we broke that down a little bit. Uncle Grandma story time every Sunday at 7 p.m. Gather around and have some fun with him. Too many uncles.
Too many.
Uncle Brando's the OG.
That's right.
Yep.
Also, Uncle Grandma, beloved. So we love all you guys. Uncle Brando today from the CCO podcast. It would be fun to see him with Network Ryan. Try to have a go at some commander cooking out, if you will. How's everyone feeling on this Friday, man? How we doing?
It's the first really, really nice day of spring, so I'm feeling really good. It's a little warm in the studio, but you know what? I'll take it over it being warm in here and cold out there.
It's so
Hey, why'd the sunglasses come off? I thought you were gonna Craig's mom out of here for us.
Craig's mom, this is
There you
for
go.
you. Monday's episode, she wore the sunglasses the
She was-
whole episode.
It's pretty fun.
Just having a hard time.
She did really great. You should have her on more. She's very entertaining.
Whenever she comes around, she comes on. You know, we it's always an open invite around here. That's why this place is so special.
Yeah, it's hot in here.
It is very hot. in
My
here,
legs are
and
sweating.
It's gonna get hotter, so we will just deal with it as that. I guess that's right there is a sign. Hey, Nickel Plumbing and Heating. My main man Marcel, I got to get him in here. We're gonna set up the AC finally and just have it be done, so we don't have to sweat. Although I do like the weight loss that comes with all the sweating.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when I'm very overweight. Before we get into anything else, I want to do this before I forget. May 2nd, you know, there's a lot going on. And May 2nd was when my beautiful, sweet Silky right here, you'll see he's got a bunch of little trinkets. I litter him all over just so he can be around and help out. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at that handsome prince. Hey? His birthday today. May 2nd, 1983. And with that, I always like to, whenever I've been on or in a position where I could, you know, say on the air a very special happy birthday to my brother up top, we always do. So to my sweet, beautiful Silky, happy birthday to you. Would have been turning 42. 42 today.
42?
Isn't that nuts?
Oh, yeah. I thought I was 42 for a
We'd
second.
always have, and a quick story about Doobie, and he's such a sweet prince. He, being a year younger than me, and our birthdays are very close, so he would always use my ID for stuff, and
Did you guys look the same?
You guys don't
a little bit, yeah.
no beard on that guy, man.
Yeah, well, his big claim to fame was he's packing like Uncle Brando down there. That was his biggest claim to fame. But one day I ended up getting a call from one of the adult video stores in town. Yeah, you have a late copy of something we can't say on here. You think about returning that? I was like, I have no idea what we're talking about. And then all of a sudden, Greg, no! He'd always put us in those fun situations. So to my sweet, beautiful prince in heaven, miss you dearly, and we'll be having a couple drinky poos for him. It'd be a virgin drinky poos over here. Thank
Is it
you again
good?
to you. It's very good. I got a virgin Caesar going right now.
It's
Living the dream.
DJ's Pizza's calling me. Can I answer it? My kids might have won a
Yeah,
contest.
well, you bet. Here we go.
A coloring
Hello?
contest?
This will be very good. Come on, free pizza. Come on,
Yes.
free pizza. Come on, free pizza.
Do you remember at the video store when they used to have like
yeah,
the
coloring contest.
the
Yes.
Girl Scouts coloring contest? And you had to color them and they'd stick them on,
Dude,
and then
this
you
is
could
free
win
pizza.
something.
She's getting free pizza. I know it.
Oh, you get it delivered here.
Okay.
LB would lose it. Pizza monster.
Yes.
He loves pizza. I also love pizza, for the record.
Well, what's not to love?
I
I
don't know.
believe that's the tag phrase for pizza. Pizza. What's not to love?
That's true.
I guess gluten. But you can get it without gluten now.
Can you?
Okay.
I think so.
Well, that's fun.
It sounds like there's definitely a winning pizza here.
I feel like, isn't pizza dough just made of gluten, though? Isn't that what it's made
That
out
is
of?
amazing. Thank you so
think
much.
so.
Can I call you back with my phone number? I'm kind of live on air right now.
Kind of a
and
big
I
deal,
don't wanna-
just so you know.
I don't want anybody else
Put
to
it
hear.
out to the 3 viewers.
Doesn't want to give her
Well,
number.
my
on
phone
the
number's
internet.
on the
That's
back of the poster.
Oh. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. They did just call
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, they have your phone
Yeah,
number.
they
They're
have.
calling
they
you
called
on
me.
it.
That's
Yeah.
what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
This is great. Welcome to winning free pizza with Hardcore
Okay,
here on
I gotta
the
go.
Friday
Okay,
Fun
thank
Table.
you so much. Okay, bye. We won a
How big?
$50 gift card.
That's a bunch of pizza.
Yeah, from TJ's Pizza. My kids did a coloring contest.
Oh, that's badass.
Must have been a heck of a.
What picture
heck
did
of a
they color?
picture?
Do you
Yeah.
remember?
It was, well, they gave us a picture and then we just colored it. So it's just TJ doing a delivery with a pizza.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Do you know who TJ is? He's their,
Mascot.
yeah, he's the guy.
Very, very cool.
Oh, my glasses are fogging up. It's too hot here.
It's getting bad.
Hot under the
Getting
lights,
real,
baby.
real serious.
I'm the only one in their element here. This is amazing.
Yeah, I like being warm.
I'm feeling really good.
I do not. This is a lot, but that's gonna be the last thing we say about the heat because we've got a lot going on today. We'll get
we
to
do.
some live reads down the road and some other little knickknacks and paddywhacks. But you came in here packing today.
I
young
did.
lady.
But are you guys doing anything tomorrow? You guys want to come to my Cinco de Mayo party?
Yes.
That was
Yes.
very, very quick.
Yes, I want to go to
I
that.
went to a Latino store today looking for specific peppers for my beef birria tacos that I'm going to be making tomorrow. And it is the coolest place in the world.
You're killing me. I have another birthday party to go to, and I have to go to the hospital twice to go visit people.
Okay, listen, that sounds fake, and I'm sure that they will forgive you.
Yeah, well, that's fair. You can go. I don't have to go with you. I am fully booked up tomorrow. I can't do a single thing.
Okay.
So that's on me, but he will go.
Okay. I'll send you the
He
details.
loves Cinco de Mayos.
Okay, I love sinking to Mars. They're my favorite thing to
I
sing.
call it Stinko de Mayo because it's a white person throwing on like a Mexican party. So,
Does that mean it smells?
no. Well, I mean, it's crummy because it's not as cool.
Not
as-
authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like actual sting. It's like you'll never do it as good as an actual.
Well, it's not on
Cinco
Cinco
de
de Mayo either, because that's on Monday.
No, it's on May 4th.
May the 4th be with you, as
Yeah.
they were.
Here, here.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Take it away.
Hardcore.
LB.
LB.
Oh, there it is. Hey!
The Gary Awakens 1982 rewind.
Right.
We're going to talk about cool things that happened in 1982. You won't remember them because you were just born, but they're pretty cool. So it's going to be like pop culture, history, and people born on certain days.
This is literally my favorite thing.
I love the graphics.
I'm about to learn my
man.
favorut thing.
I made
I
that.
love the graphics that
Clearly
you
I
keep
made
bringing
that.
in here. Yeah.
Okay.
I can totally tell.
Okay, LB, first picture. So the NFL Super Bowl 16 took place in the Silver Dome.
Yeah, Detroit.
49ers defeated the Cincinnati Bengals.
They sure did.
Do you like either one of those teams?
I love the Niners for a long time growing up.
I like the Pontiac Silverdome. That's
There
where
it is.
WrestleMania 2 happened.
Hogan loves to bring
Oh.
that up. Eh?
Yeah, they faked the number, but it was still a very large number
at
of human
this.
beings that
Look at how cool
existed
this is.
in that building. That was really cool.
Yeah.
So I dated the guy who was like obsessed with NFL 20 years ago, and he's like, you need to pick a team. And I was like, okay, well, what's the worst team? Like 20 years ago, it
Browns.
was the 49ers.
Oh.
And so
Interesting.
they
Yeah.
were my team. So I've got a couple 49ers jerseys and like whatever.
Good team.
Yeah.
a good
Yeah,
team.
and my backup team was the Bengals because I just liked what they look like. That's a typical girl thing.
I thought
Okay.
you were going to say because of the band. Walk like an Egyptian and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay, next one.
So that's who won, the Niners.
Yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful. Hey, phone home.
E.T.
Phone
movie was
home.
released in June.
One of the greatest composers, well, the greatest composer in the history of anything, the great John Williams, won the soundtrack to E.T. and every other movie we loved growing up. It was all John
I had nightmares from that movie.
Williams.
Really?
E.T.? Apparently a lot of people did.
It was
A
scary.
little bit spooky.
I had nightmares
Little
from
bit
the
of a spooky
fucking
show.
video game.
Yeah.
The video game ruined everything that I loved.
It's true.
Even though
Why?
it was before I was born. Because it destroyed the video game industry.
It literally did. They had to fill a bunch of holes in Mexico to make it disappear. Like
If
you
you
can go to
ever-
Mexico
No.
right now and you could get a copy, yeah.
If you ever want to see actual, real life, physical evidence of that, Next Level Game Exchange here in town in Lawson Heights.
There you go.
They have one of the dumpstered copies, like all melted in
From the
sun.
dump, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like in one of those
From
like
the dump?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
in a shadow box. You can go and see it. It's really cool.
that's
Like, it's
legit.
a little piece of video game history. It's real cool.
I seen a movie on the weekend called The Legend of Ochi, and it is a little bit like E.T. and Neverending Story.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like kind of
Alright.
dark and dragged on, and it was really emotional. Charlie cried at the end. He was like, boo, crying.
I can't watch that running story. I always cry. I cry
Is
over
she
the
gonna come
horse.
back after it because she won all that pizza?
That's so mean, LB.
Charlie won pizza, right?
LB said
Charlie
he just
and
laughed
Hello,
at it.
but they get one gift card. That's okay. You know what? At least we won something.
What are they gonna do with that? Share?
Yeah. It's all about sharing is caring around here, right?
I hear that.
Okay, next one.
This is so fun. Where are we going to go next?
Yeah.
Oh,
The musical
yeah,
Cats
dog.
opened at Winter Garden Theater on Broadway in New York runs for nearly 18 years before closing in the 2000s.
Hell yeah.
Winning 7 Tony Awards and 1 Grammy.
Here's something you might not know about me. I'm a huge Rumpelteazer guy. Mr. Mistopheles and Rumpelteazer, that's my squad.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. I just know it from Team America, World Police. When Gary's talking about his brother, who was, he had berries in his pocket, and the bear came and mauled him. He's like, Rumpelteazer wouldn't, we won't get it. It's quite graphic, but very funny. That's how you learn about cats, is watching anything that Matt and Trey do, those South Park guys. But yes, hey, this guy. LB, we could have got you a mic too because we don't have that one. Shut out the window. Your thoughts on cats, real quick, as you are the fireside guy and you know musicals. Knock, knock. Open up. There we go. Good stuff.
I don't know musicals at all.
Yeah, thank you. He says that, but yet he's out here soloing a fireside to, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Scissorhands there.
Where is his mic?
It's down underneath.
It's under the table.
We didn't set it up. It's all good.
So it ran for 18 years straight. But not with the same cast, obviously, right? Like,
Who know? I don't know.
I'd imagine that it would be like every Friday is cats.
Sometimes they go that long.
That's like a
Wow,
job.
that's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Now, how many shows do they do a week? Is that
Isn't
every day on Broadway?
It's like 5 shows a week and 3 matinees.
That's a lot.
That's
Holy
a lot.
shit. That's insane. I would get so bored. I would hate that show by the time I was off of it.
Maybe you haven't seen Cats. It's
And because
supposed
I'm
to
a
be good.
cat, I would have to quit 9 times in order to get out of
To
it.
die. I get it.
Yeah.
That's good cat humor. I was just thinking about the live action one that they tried to do. And everyone said, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And they're like, "No, it's going to be really good. We got all these
yeah.
super important, huge actors, and we're spending hundreds of millions of dollars." And it came out, and everyone said, "We told you, man. Like, no one's going to watch this garbage." It was like nightmare fuel.
Yep.
It was these actors with their faces inside these CGI cat bodies. The worst idea. Right up there with that Snow White and all the other stuff that people do, trying to
Oh
think
yeah,
they're
Snow White.
they're
They
on it.
decided that they're not going to do any more.
Well, they
because
say that.
Legend has it.
Yeah. We'll believe when we see it.
That's what I do now when I'm like telling like a fact I don't really know. I say legend has it because
Very
it's
smart.
like people could get behind it,
Yeah.
but like it's not real.
Not legit, but
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Until The
legend
Rock wants to do live action Moana, and all of a sudden it's happening.
I
This
guess
is what I'm
that's
saying. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that one's already been in the making, so it's like
They're actually doing that?
Dude, see the light where the line meets the sea. It calls him, bro. Come on. That was for LB. I knew
Oh
that was
my-
coming. That one played right after the Revenge of the Sith one. So I'm full of the viewing room. By the way, new episodes every Tuesday. Very, very, very good movie review show.
Yeah, what did
Love it.
they just do? Black Bag?
No, you're behind, girl. Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, they went to that one?
No, they watched it. Ethan went to it. There you go.
Okay.
Great movie, though.
Yeah. Legend has it.
He
Legend
hates
has
it
it.
so much.
Legend has
Legend has it. Great movie. All right, are we moving on from the cats?
Yes.
Says the shows must go on.
The NFL players go on strike, which causes a shortened pro football season. The strike lasts, do you know how many days?
I'm going to say 4.
57.
Not even close.
And it was the first one in history NFL. So, like, has there been another one?
Oh, there's been. Actually, you know what? The NFL's been very, very good at saying, guys, you can try, but we're not going to let you because we make a lot of money. And you're not going to get in between us and making money.
Yeah, and
you
all
know,
that
it
money.
was the precipice for the symbol or the movie. Oh, Shane Falco. The Replacements? Football movie.
Falco.
Keanu Reeves, Shane Falco. They come in and all the replacements come in. And then they take over for the actual pro teams for that 50 days or whatever. And that's a really good football movie.
Is that what
doing
happened?
Sort of thing. Yeah.
Did that legit happen? There was people
Oh
that
yeah,
came
there's
in?
scabs. Yeah, there's like they have all the. If you go down the road, like NFL's sort of the one that you don't really hear about because of this one, I think, because they're just such a money making juggernaut. But like the NHL, MLB, like all these NBA, all these leagues had work stoppages because the union of the players and the owners would never see eye to eye. One of the famous ones, 1994, the Toronto Blue Jays just finished up going back to back, and then the Montreal Expos were the best team in all of baseball. And it was to the point where everyone knew the Expos were going to win. They were that much better than everyone else.
Wow.
And then the league said, you know what? We can't have the World Series banner flying north of the border for 3 years in a row. So instead of letting Montreal win, they called strike. Allegedly?
Legend has it.
Legend has it.
Wouldn't that be a lockout? Like if the group,
A lockout,
I don't know how that works
then
exactly.
that's always, see, now you're talking like the business guys. It's always like, is this a lockout or is this a strike? What's happening? It doesn't matter. They're both the same.
They land in the same way.
Yeah.
The Expos
That's
don't win
the
the
whole
World
thing.
Series.
Are they the same thing? One you get locked out, the other one you walk out.
You get locked out if you don't walk out. And if you walk out, then they're going to lock you out, is the point of it.
If you walk out, they lock the door behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One leads to the other, I guess. They're different.
Get back in.
I got this. They're a different thing, but they both go in the same direction. They both lead here.
Okay.
So that's basically how it all goes. And legend has it.
How did they have a winner of the Super Bowl if the season was on strike?
Good
Well,
question.
that was only, month and a half? 5 days? Month and 3 weeks?
Yeah, it'd been
You know?
almost 2
Bump
months.
it back, or just pick up from where you left off. Or maybe they didn't finish the season in 82, except for the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Like maybe they only played a certain, 7 games or whatever. You
Oh,
know,
okay,
Not,
they
not a
just went
full
with-
season.
okay, they just
Then
went
we're
with
back
those
now. These are the standings. Let's jump in.
Okay.
Legend has it, maybe.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
That's just a little spitball in here on the old Friday Fun Table as we sweat it out with all the amazing stories from 1982, the year I was born. This is nuts. Hey, do the dance.
Michael Jackson's Thriller was released and it becomes one of the biggest albums of all time.
You know,
Do you know the dance?
everyone knows the dance.
I don't.
How do you not know?
I know
He's doing it
that
right now.
part.
Yeah. That's
Well,
it.
I mean, that's not the
Dun,
whole
dun, dun, dun,
dance.
That's the only part you need to know,
dun,
though.
dun, dun.
My cat does that sometimes.
That
What?
album, that's pretty sweet.
Like in the freezer? That's fucking weird, man.
Oh, I got 3 other cats.
Oh.
It's a cat.
It wasn't
I was
Pete.
full of cat.
It
wasn't
wasn't
Pete. You
Pete.
remembered his name.
Of course I did. Pete's Pub. So I'm
Lounge.
just looking up Pete's Lounge, Thriller sales, because it was the most sold album of all time for such a long time. Remains the best. Oh, there you go.
It still
remains
remains?
the best-selling album of all time.
Who's the fact? Legend has it? Or is it?
Wikipedia.
That's Legend
that's
has
That
it.
pretty
legend
good.
has it.
No, you don't like that one? Come on now, 70 million copies. So this is not Wikipedia. Has the highest number of albums on the list with 5.
Don't you have a Wikipedia?
No, why would I have a Wikipedia?
Because you're a famous guy.
We should make one for Gary. Anybody can
Oh,
make
we
a-
should. Oh, yeah. It's going to happen
It
now,
will
baby.
happen.
Yeah.
Please no.
Yeah. Edited
I don't
by
ask for
Brando and
much.
Cora.
he hates it.
Fun story about that Thriller album. They have a song called "Beat It," and everyone knows the song "Beat It," and it's got one of the sickest guitar solos of all time, right in the middle of it. And that guitar solo, my brother Noel, who lives East Coast, hopefully coming home soon, he still says it's one of his favorite solos of all time. And he's like, he's a guitar guy, and this is "Beat It" by Michael Jackson.
Of all time.
The reason this solo is so sick, I guess he was pretty well known at that time. A guitarist named Eddie Van Halen got a phone call.
Even I know who that is.
Yeah, got a phone call and said, I think it was Quincy Jones called him. And he tells this story. He says, yeah, I get a phone call and it's guy says, hey, it's Quincy Jones. And then Eddie Van Halen says, yeah, sure it is. F off, buddy, click. And then he says, the phone rings again. And he picks it up. Hey, it really is Quincy Jones. He's like, no, it's not. Click. And then one of Quincy Jones' assistants had to go through another person to get to him and be like, hey, we want you to do a solo on this song. Dude, stop hanging up on us. So Eddie Van Halen walks into the studio with an amp and his guitar. And he says, okay, I think I got it. Let's just try one. He says, okay. And he goes in. First try, drains it. Like just swish. Looks around. He's like, I think we're done here. Gets up and leaves. One take.
One take.
Eddie Van Halen, and one of the greatest guitar solos of all time.
It's funny because I believe Gary's story.
I believe that too.
The only reason I know that, and when am I saying legend has it? I had the album. I bought it at like a Walmart for $8, and it was right at the till. And I was like, man, it's a great album. And then as you listen to it, it had the commentary like in between the songs, which was very cool. So I got to hear all like the stories about it. And the Eddie Van Halen was just incredible. Like he's like, I just couldn't believe why would Quincy Jones be calling me?
So he is
Very
on
cool.
one of the most sold.
Eddie Van Halen he's doing pretty good.
He's doing not too bad.
Didn't they do on Metalopolis? Isn't he the one character supposed to be around?
Swissguard Squigolf?
Yeah, about.
Him or Toki Wartooth? I think so, yeah.
About.
There's a lot, like each character has a bunch of different sort of like metal
Yeah.
No,
Roscoe's
gods
the
in there.
clown.
Oh,
Who's that one? Who's that one?
Dr. Roxo. That's David Lee Roth.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I
so
was
you're
wrong.
right there.
I was almost
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yeah, he does cocaine. That's his big thing the whole time. He's like, I'm Dr. Roxo. And then that's what he does. It's really
Yeah,
something.
in every episode that he's in. Yeah.
Very humorous.
This one is
Metalocalypse.
a shout out to LB. So let's
Ooh.
move on to the next one.
Come on, LB.
Do you know who this lady is?
Amelia frickin' Earhart.
Nope.
Wait, I should guess. Is it the Queen?
No, it is Jean Batten. She dies. So Jean Batten set several long-distance flights records in the 1930s. She became famous for her solo flights between England and Australia, and later her flight from England to New Zealand.
Dude.
I mean, that's the same. Flying from Australia, like somewhere to Australia, or flying from the same place
just
to
a
New
little
Zealand.
bit different.
It's like the same.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Definitely
LB,
couldn't
could
do it
you
in 82.
Bet you LB
could
could
probably
do
do
it.
it.
What kind of plane would you need? He doesn't have a mic.
Can you do it, LB? Just give me a yes or no. Yeah, could you? Like right now.
With me and Gary and Cora helping you, could you do it?
He would hate that.
We would all be helping you in the cockpit with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says definitely he
He's
thinks
so
he could
stressed.
do it.
Yeah, he says we could definitely
he
do
says,
it.
gas up the plane. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you do it on one tank? Is that the point of it?
Well, you kind of have to. You can't stop.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
Once you.
But how much fuel do you got?
Well, I mean,
We have way too many flight questions for him not to have a
Well,
mic.
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Or you
I
wouldn't
guess.
leave. You wouldn't take off if you didn't have enough gas to get there. I would
What if
imagine.
you
Well,
did
part
it-
of exploration is taking those chances.
Well, they knew that it was there. It was a penal colony. It was.
No, I'm not
full of
saying I'm
people
not
on it.
saying that. I'm saying, do you think we can make it there in this tank of gas? It's only one way to find out.
Oh.
Yeah, I
couldn't
guess
do it.
so.
couldn't
That's
do
it. Someone's got to take that leap.
Why don't you do a shout out?
Dude, this was 1982, bro. Was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a shout out and then LB can get the microphone working?
Well, that's fine. Don't worry about that. We're doing fine. There won't be any more LB flight questions.
Are you sure? There might be more questions. Okay, let's
Okay.
move on
Well,
to
if
the
there
next
is,
one.
I'll just put it through the window for him.
Okay,
Oh, what do we
lawn
got
chair
here?
Larry. Larry Walters made a 45-minute flight in a homemade aerostat made of ordinary lawn chair and 42 helium balloons filled with helium. The aircraft rose to an altitude of 16,000 feet. He took sandwiches and a pellet gun with him to shoot down the balloons when he would want it to come down. He got caught in the power lines and then was arrested.
Oh, but lived.
But not electrocuted.
But lived, yeah.
Legend has it.
Oh.
That's a
The
good one.
cartoon Up
Clearly.
was
Inspired by him.
yes.
How could it not be?
That
could it
is
not be?
so awesome.
That
That
really
is
happened.
the most awesome thing that's ever been done by mortal man. I want to copy it. I want to do that. That's the next damn thing we're going to do.
I really enjoy as well that car in the background. Is that a cop car?
It is.
That's my old car, the 1990 Crown Vic. Obviously, this wouldn't be the year, but the model. As my grandpa had this beautiful 1990 Crown Victoria, and then went down to my brother, and then to me, it was one of my favorite vehicles of all time. We drive on a cloud, and that's what it looked like. Beautiful.
Drove like a cloud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't feel anything. You just go.
Yeah.
And it fit like 100 people. It's only supposed to fit 5. Fit everybody in there.
Yeah.
If you throw the trunk in, you could fit 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking clown car.
Legend has it.
Yes. Yeah,
So
we
how-
never do that, of course.
How much helium would that cost?
We did did we do the math? Yeah. So, funny story. We really should get LB a microphone. They did up on the viewing room, and it wasn't humanly possible. There was a stat. Dragon had it. It was like someone would have to be pumping nonstop for like 2 years straight just to get them done enough. But if you use an automatic one, it'd only take like a year and a half. But still, you would need like 1.5 million balloons to actually lift you up. Like there's so much math in there saying it's not possible.
Yes.
But then there's this guy. So
Well, lawn chair with one dude in it, significantly smaller than house.
great point.
That's why
That's
he
what
chose
that was a big
lawn
factor
chair.
too, was the weight of the house.
Like, I'll bet you if he tried to do a recliner chair,
Steiner recliner.
there would be several more balloons.
Yeah, something heavy.
At least 10.
Something with a heavy kick up. By the way, anniversary of the Steiner Math was yesterday. We forgot to celebrate.
Oh
Very
my
upset.
God.
Yeah,
Oh man.
we talked about it. I remember it took me right back to like that was the end of our first month, I guess, on doing the show, and I remember we pulled up the whole segment. We played it off at Twitter. Had him doing the whole math, and we were trying to calculate along. Yeah, wrestlers get it.
Does
Steiner-
Cora know Steiner math?
No.
Well, you see, Cora, at the end of the day, what you need to know is that Kurt Angle had no chance
0.
of beating Scott Steiner at Sacrifice.
Okay,
He had no chance.
good to know.
And that's a mathematical fact.
Should we shout out to Mobley?
I was going to give it 2 more minutes until we're at 4:30.
Ooh,
Done.
yeah, I like that.
Oh,
So let's do
yeah.
one more.
Let's do one
Okay,
more picture.
Okay.
Oh my God!
G.I. Joe
goes.
toy line was relaunched by Hasbro as a 3.75-inch line action figure. The G.I. Joe action figure line became one of the most successful and long-running toy lines of all time.
Dude, why has Chitara got a crossbow on the top right there? See that?
It's Scarlet.
I know.
Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Dude, I'm making a joke. She looks like Chitara.
She does kind of look
Thank
like
you.
Chitara. She
Jeez.
does.
She looks like a babe.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. She's no
Redhead.
Baroness,
She's a
but she's
redhead.
fine.
G.I. Joe, who's your favorite one?
The babe.
Oh, what's her name?
Yeah, I don't remember any of the names. I was just throwing at him because I will never remember.
Ooh, I'm going to default. Sergeant Slaughter.
Ah,
There it is. Sergeant Slaughter.
that is, what's it called? A little workaround?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the football guy. I can't remember his name right now, but there was like
He's in the game. I was just watching
There
him.
was the
It's like-
football player who was a G.I. Joe guy.
He had a helmet and he
and-
punches really hard.
I liked him lots. And then he had like all of his accessories were semi-football related, but they were still bombs and
Yeah,
guns, but
very
they were all
cool.
shaped like football stuff.
Very fun.
I liked him lots.
Captain Gridiron?
That's probably
That's
it.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yes. That checks out. That certainly checks out.
Literally nailed it. There's not even a legend having that one. That's
It's crazy that
100%.
G.I. Joe's still going. Like 43 years.
It's
and
nuts.
you can still go out and buy like those little 3.5-inch figures.
Yeah, that's what it says.
And they're
wild.
very collectible.
Yes, they
If
are.
you had those guys right there in a box, what would you be looking at, Brandon?
Oh man, they'd be hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Hundreds?
Oh yeah. If you had them like on a card, those guys would
Like
be worth
500
Like
or-
mint condition.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
talking
for
like
sure.
10 out of 10 grade. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
cool.
They'd be worth a lot of money.
There it is. And now, let us get into a quick little break here as we have a live read for you. Compliments of this man right behind me, right here. Get pre-approved before you shop. The housing market's heating up. Not just the weather, the housing market as well. And homes are selling fast. If you're serious about buying, get pre-approved. Getting pre-approved isn't just smart, it's essential. Mobile Rente with TMG, the mortgage group, will help you know exactly how much you can afford so you can make strong, confident offers. With access to multiple lenders, he'll secure the best rates and terms for you, making the process simple and stress-free. Don't lose out on your dream home. Get pre-approved today. Mobile Rente. Mortgages made simple. Give them a call or text them 306-370-5804. Hey, that's a pretty good live read. Now, with that, I ask you, watching and or listening at home. Oh, I got a quick flip on the stream. I was about to go for it, then it was going to turn to CCO out here.
Oh, that would have been.
We were very close. It would have been great.
Would people have seen my art?
Oh, was that card set up? Like,
I mean, maybe.
Like the...
It was the first
You
one.
made
Okay,
something?
no, they wouldn't,
Yeah.
he says.
I made my own font, and then
In
I had
MS
some-
Paint, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Amazing.
in Microsoft Paint. I taught myself how to make PNG files, so I made little. They were pretty awesome. I drew it.
He's very proud.
One of them is a tree, and I drew a little sunshine
It was
on one of them. Is pretty good, and then one of them had a sad face guy. I am art, is what I am.
You can check it out over on CCO. Where do people go to see the old CCO, Uncle Brent?
CommanderCookout.com is where you can find all of our merch and our shows and all that stuff. But anywhere you listen to podcasts or watch videos, we're there.
Hell
We're
yeah.
everywhere. You can't get away from us.
That's the way. If you would like a live read, if you would like to become a part of this team, if you're sitting there and listening or watching to this right now and you're saying, man, you know, I just feel like whatever I'm trying to do could use a push, could use some awareness, could use, dare I say, someone talking about how awesome this business is, this person is, these people are, this project we're doing, this charity, this drive, whatever it is, just send us an email. It's very, very, very simple. We even made a song for it.
Yeah, we did. You did.
Send us an email to contact@dufferinave.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Dang, guys.
We're getting good at that.
That's about the tightest one we've ever done.
I think the Friday
The
Fun
harmonies.
Table's best at that.
Yeah,
Eh?
the Friday fun table, the Friday harmony table. On three, let's get us out of here. 1, 2, 3, boom. I was gonna say send it to Callum, but he's not here today, and we like to hit him in the face with it. He's on, I believe he's in PA. right now.
Cal.
Shout out to my sweet, beautiful prince.
And I hope he gets out of there okay.
Yeah.
He'll be good. Don't you worry. And there's also website compliments of Royal Anders, perfectly sized street sign and all ready for you to go check out. I'm going to send this one. We're going to do a little wave together. 1, 2, 3. See you later. There it goes. And one more promo before we get back into the amazing year that was.
What's it for?
1982. Something that's coming up right after this very show today. Bloop.
Oh, it's the Twitch stream.
Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media, the hottest Twitch stream in the universe, right there, ready for you. Uncle Brando, tell them what we're going to be playing today at 5:30 as we shift over from this show right over to the Twitch.
Well, there is a little bit of a teaser coming up. We are going to start playing the OG English translated Shining Force 3 series for the Sega Saturn. I ordered the cord that we're going to need on my phone as Gary was doing the intro to this show because I'm done screwing around. It's going to work. But tonight, because we can't do that, we got our buddy Ben coming by. We're going to play, starting at 2. We're going to start at Mega Man 2, and we're going to see how many of them we can beat before we get bored. Yeah.
How long will it take to do one? Like 2, but
To do an
the
individual.
one.
Just to give you guys an idea, Brando is a specialist with Mega Man.
I like
Yeah.
Mega Man lots.
I love Mega
That's
Man.
how you guys
I suck
connected.
at them. I suck at that. Is true. His texting thing was Mega Man dying. It was like, boom. Like, hey, Mega Man. He's like, yeah, you like Mega Man? I love Mega Man, bro. I was like, all right.
Buddies for life after that.
Step brothers, man. We became best friends right there. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's where you find us, twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media Hardcore. You want to send that one back up? You want to
Yeah.
give it a little grab on the top? And
Yeah, you gotta tell me when to go. 'Cause
Hold on,
I'm
you gotta
always
get
late.
closer. You gotta
You actually grab it so it goes up.
You
Right
kinda-
there. Right
All
there.
we got
little
it.
bit, little bit, up a little more. A little bit. That's pretty good.
All right, we got it. We got it.
Should we see how long we can keep it like this?
Strain.
All right, going up on 3. 1, 2, 3, bye.
Whoa.
Oh,
He got away from you.
I know.
bro. Even LB
I'm so-
shaking his head, dude.
44
Come
helium
on.
balloons, baby. That's how
is-
fast that goes. That's
It
what
is
that is.
very easy for me to ruin things. So we're fine.
Oh, this is the Friday Fun Table, hanging out with Hardcore from the Past Our Bedtime podcast, along with Uncle Brando from the CCO podcast, LB's in the booth, head engineer, the face that built the place, and only that co-host of the viewing room with our sweet, beautiful dragon. I also do want to give a shout out to OK Bloomer as well, as Phenom hasn't been in this week. I don't think I've been missing him. It's very sad. So to Phenom and Curdy Anderson and our buddy Sal, they do an amazing Blossom review show you can check out on the network as well. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's as ridiculous as it sounds. It's just as entertaining.
Was he
He's
not
a
in-
funny guy.
Was Curtis Anderson not in this week? Maybe it was a fever dream, and it's just. I remember talking to
Dream
Curtis
about Curdy,
Anderson,
yeah. Okay.
and he looked me right in my face, and he said, "Brando, would you believe that somebody in the comments of OK Bloomer was giving me shit because I'm a grown man critiquing Blossom?" And I was like, "What's the internet?" So yeah, did that not happen?
I don't think that
Did-
that did happen.
No,
but
I think
not,
he
I don't know
talked
if that
about it on an
conversation.
episode,
we've
didn't
talked
he?
about it lots. Yeah,
Yeah.
Did that
we know.
only happen in my mind, or did
We
I
made
watch
a
it?
we
here?
made a promo of him. It's one of the best promos we've ever done. When he dropped the hard F bomb, directed directly to the haters on the comments.
Oh,
it was
man.
very nice.
Oh,
Can we just point out though that
Yep.
those haters
Yep.
are saying stop watching the show, but he comments on every single episode.
That's also
so
true.
the hater
You'll-
comments.
You'll
on every
notice
single
that. Great
episode?
point, LB. You'll notice that most haters that go on there and just want to see the world burn and bring everyone down with them instead of what we do around here, which is bring each other up with each other.
We do bring each other.
When you're doing that, when you're going out there and hating, the irony isn't lost that you're watching every single show this person is doing just to let him know he's the worst and how dare he do this.
You know what? Somebody, to get away from the negative, somebody asked on one of our episodes, which you can now watch on the network. They asked,
What, a Monday? Every Monday?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
why haven't we posted on the network sooner?
Interesting question.
Yeah, I told Wendy to answer it. I took a shot of it, and I was like, "Hey, can you answer this?"
Did you say it was because, man, I think I'm tripping. I can't tell right now. We're right in the middle. Do you guys see this? Okay, LB's having some fun.
That's
that was scaring me for a second. I'll go back to it. That's fine. I love more Maggie in the background.
It's so weird.
With that, is the answer going to be because Gary was high off his face the whole time and you weren't sure if it was
It
feasible?
was literally all me. I was like, "We cannot do that, Wendy. We got to do our own thing." Well, we really did want to do our own thing and
course.
figure out on our own.
And to be
then also
fair,
you
the
were a
set
little
was
crazy.
different and you wanted to have
I
a...
still want it to be that.
Yeah, it's an awesome set. Well, that's why you record there and then you just send it here and then we put it
Yeah.
out.
I love our set.
Yeah, me too. It's very cozy.
You
very
couldn't
cozy.
do that here. Could we do it on the green screen? I don't
Yeah.
know.
You don't need to do it here. You've already established it. It's a great spot
Okay.
for it.
We could put a way cozier thing on the green screen, though. Of course, you guys have to sit on the shitty bench.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
But
as
hey.
fun.
Yeah,
Something to think about. Something to think
Anyway,
about.
okay.
Let's get back
Let's
into this.
get
All right,
back
back to
into it. We
the
don't
year
got much time. We got
1982.
so many.
As we are celebrating the year that we were born. Hey, it's Willie!
Yeah. Willie Nelson's song, You Were Always on My Mind, was the #1 country song. I don't know the song because I don't listen to country. Can you sing it?
I don't know it.
You are always on my mind.
There you go.
I assume. Am I close, LB?
We're
He's-
bad
he
Willie
was-
fans.
He's just born like
You know
a
what?
couple years ago.
This is so...
Isn't he still alive? Is
Yeah,
he
this
alive
is
still?
so relevant right now, you guys. Our good buddy Miles Canyon, he's a country superstar. He's been on Uncle Grandma's Story Time a couple times now. He just wrote a song. Well, he wrote it a while ago, but released a song called Roaches and Willie. And the song got picked up by Sirius Satellite Radio on their top country channel.
Oh, cool.
And not only that, people within Willie Nelson's camp, like one of the guitar players in his group and a couple other people, heard about this song that our very own Miles Canyon has put out. And they're getting it to Willie, and Willie's like, listen, all of his people are listening to it. It's like, somehow there is now a connection between our buddy and Willie Nelson.
That is so cool.
And like,
That is really
like Willie's
cool.
grandson is involved. He's like, I saw this before because it got, like the literal story was legend has it, someone was in Hawaii on a trip, and that someone was very close to Miles Canyon, and that someone randomly ran into one of the people that work in the studio and play guitar with Willie, and she showed them the guy the song, and he said, dude, we've been rocking this out in the studio. Like, Willie's listening to this. He loves it. And it's so cool because the whole song, hence the name Roaches and Willie, is about that's all that's going to be left when the world ends. Because Willie's lived this long.
Yeah.
You're going to have cockroaches and you're going to have Willie Nelson. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Roaches
when
and
you were
Willie.
like,
It's such a
"He's
great
still
song.
alive."
It's so
It
genius.
blows my
It's
mind.
so cool. Yeah.
Because that's in 82, and
Yeah.
he looks like a fucking mummy there.
So in
No,
about
I
like...
think that's a
That's,
recent
dude, he's looked like that for 50, 60 years. That's
Oh.
his look. That's what he does. 92 years old. Wow. Right there. Still going.
92.
And in a very, like, 900 degrees of whatever, this very studio has been in contact with the great Willie Nelson.
Get the
Very
story
cool.
in here. Get your friend in here.
That's
Well,
pretty
Country
well,
guy.
dude, again, Uncle Grandma told me the story, but I don't know how much I can tell. That's why I have to be, legend has it
legend
instead of
has
be
it.
fact telling, because it's not my story to share. It's just really cool that people in his camp have been talking to people in our camp. You know what I mean?
That
That's
is
crazy.
Cool.
We should get Willie Nelson on the stream.
Well, there's been a lot of we shoulds with this whole connection, but as you know, legend, and we're still making our way through. So we'll see what we can get to.
All right.
The great Willie Nelson. I wish we could have played the song. Stupid copyrights.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Maybe I shouldn't have sang it so
Hey.
good. Fuck yeah, Frogger!
Oh, here we go.
Arcades were all the rage in 1982, and numerous companies sought affordable ways to bring video games home. The Atari had been around for a while at this point. Smaller price point, held hand video game became a very popular Christmas present in 1982, with titles such as Frogger, Donkey Kong, and Pac-Man,
Pac-Man, yeah.
being most popular.
Yep. How many of those do you have?
I have one. I only have one of those little ones. It's a Asteroids.
Nice.
I have a
How
little
many did you
Asteroids.
have over your life, do you think?
Two. I had the Asteroids one, and then I want to say it was a Pac-Man one.
Yeah, we had a
When I
Pac-Man
was-
one.
So
when I was like a
those-
wee little guy.
Those were little consoles that you played on, and
You
like,
literally lay on the floor and just pull right up and go.
oh, your
They're
back,
so
my back.
amazing.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
It's
they're
already
awesome.
just looking
Yes,
at it.
but you were smaller and way more bendy.
Yeah,
right?
you
You're
could-
just
you
a
could
little
scratch.
bendy guy, yeah.
Yeah.
No, those things are amazing.
Those things
Did
are
you have
super
any?
cool. I like those.
Oh, yeah.
ones.
I had a couple. We had the Frogger one. We had, I believe, the Pac-Man one. Pac-Man and Frogger.
Okay.
That was the best part about being in a family with 4 siblings, was every birthday you got something sweet. So we had like video games coming in all the time.
hell
and
yeah.
All this stuff. Very spoiled. Very grateful, very spoiled. Grateful now, wasn't? Oh my God.
Wayne Gretzky
The greatest of all time.
scores his 153rd point of the season, breaking the NHL record. And I Googled it. I'm like, is that a good score? And the internet tells me no.
Not in his record. That's like nothing. Like his actual record, he went on to put up 212 points in the season once. He was so good that people that did fantasy hockey drafts, you could draft everyone else as normal, but with Wayne Gretzky, you either drafted his goals or his assists because he was too good. He would single-handedly win you a draft. 212 points, never to be broken. One of his 60 now records, this is the first time it's ever come up where I've had to say 60 instead of 61, as Ovi just broke his goals record, hitting
Oh, yeah.
895. But that still leaves Wayne Gretzky with 60 records, which means if anyone ever has a conversation about the greatest athlete of all time, let them all talk, let them all say their piece, and then just say 60. And they'll say, what do you mean 60? 60 what? 60 records. In a league that's very hard to break any records. Until you can show me another athlete in his sport that has 60 records, get the hell out of here. It's not even a conversation.
Okay, I have a question though.
Mic
It
drop.
says 153rd point of the season. What's the average points?
Well, that was in
that somebody
1982.
gets?
That was in 1982.
Okay,
So,
people get better.
well, yeah,
all
of
the
course.
time.
Like, well,
What's
the
Connor
difference,
McDavid?
the difference between the 80s and now is the 80s was full of high scoring. The 80s was the year where an average game would be like 7-6, like 6-5. Nowadays, it's like 3-2, 2-1 type of thing. So, like Connor McDavid, I think his best point total was around 125, 130-ish.
Pathetic.
Compared to
Get,
in the
get
80s,
good, punk.
153.
But the genius part about this is in 1982, how old would Gretzky have been?
Buena pregunta.
79, he played for the Indianapolis Racers, I believe. He should have had 62 records, or at least another award, because he didn't win the Calder Trophy as the Rookie of the Year because he wasn't considered a rookie because he played a year of pro in Indianapolis before he came over. The WHA and the NHL joined forces, and that's how Edmonton came about, and then the rest is history, as they say.
Oh.
He was 21.
21 years old.
That-
So for a 21-year-old kid to walk in the NHL and put up 153 points is unheard of, setting the record at that age.
Yeah.
Somebody on Reddit said 3 years ago.
Oh, here we go. Reddit.
40 to 40 is a role player. 40 to 60 is good. 80 is great. 80 to 100 is star. 100 plus is elite.
100 plus is elite,
I wish
eh?
LB had a microphone.
Yeah. The point is that the scoring then compared to now is so different. So, like he says, 80 to 100 would be like really good, and elite 100 plus. You only get so many guys nowadays that finish with over 100 points.
We got to break it down also further, and we can demonstrate who the best is by using things that we know, i.e. cartoons. Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan had their own cartoon show, therefore they are the best, and that is all.
I agree.
Can you sing?
I concur.
Can you sing the theme song?
I can't. I did eat the
Can you?
breakfast
Pro
cereal.
stars. Pro stars. It was all raps. It was like Gretzky shoots, Gretzky scores. It's like Michael Jordan slam dunks, Bo Jackson throws touchdowns,
Does all
He
the
runs.
things.
Yeah. It was like the best intro ever too. And make no mistake, that was the favorite cereal for all of us sports nerds growing
was
up.
it,
Anyway.
Wheaties?
They were basically
Pro
like
Stars.
They
Oh.
were basically like a star, and it was like a frosting covered star. So sort of like a
It was the
Cheerio almost, but
it was
frosted.
it was Lucky
delicious.
Charms, but everything was a star and there wasn't any marshmallows.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back a few years ago in present timelines as Dino Stars. It was the same cereal, but it had little dinosaur shaped marshmallows. So it was even fucking better.
Because there's marshmallows, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
When in
baby.
doubt, add the marshmallows. All right, are we gonna start speed running some of these?
No, we'll just do a part 2. Can't we do a part 2?
Yeah, we can.
Next Friday?
I love learning about this. Is my
It's
favorite
amazing,
thing to learn
yeah.
about is things that I was alive for.
Another
Okay,
example
I
of
know
why
you
it's a
say-
Friday fun table.
You
Who
say
always
no
says-
politics, but
Gross.
Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau and Queen Elizabeth signed the Proclamation of Constitution Act, establishing the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
That was okay. That's an important one. That's an important one.
It's important.
That's an important historical event.
Yeah, and
we
that's
should
all we need
acknowledge
to
it.
talk about. That's it.
Yeah.
Because in 1982
So
it happened.
gross.
That took a long time to happen. Also,
Well, even like if you really want to look into it, really, what you get, right? Like, get out of here.
Okay, let's move on.
Unbelievable.
We are not.
Just a
we are
couple.
not being
Ooh, I'm
negative
getting fired
today.
up. No,
No,
get him
we're
out
not
of here.
getting fired up.
Ooh,
Keep going.
Yeah, there you go, baby.
Okay, dolls. An action figure had been popular for many years, but the advancement in manufacturing saw an influx for more sophisticated dolls, including this one,
a
which is the
scary-looking
baby
doll.
skate. So
Looking-
she has roller skates on.
does she
creepy, though.
is she amateur? Like, does she skate?
You got to move her
I'm
legs
gonna
for her,
say
like
no.
Because if
You have
she
to
would-
move for her. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, because if she moved by herself, I would suggest we should probably procure one of those for no reason.
I won't want that anywhere near the studio. It's horrific. That's
What do you
like,
mean?
It's
She's-
nightmare-inducing doll stuff, man. This is why Brando likes it so much. Yeah, this would be a great scary right here. Uncle Brando wants in here so it can murder everyone. That's all he's saying. I do not
Look how
want
cute
that.
it is. It has roller skates on. Come on.
Would I give it a little knife? Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm just telling you. I know how these things go. Not for me. Cool though.
Okay, next one you probably won't like either.
Where's the Cabbage Patch Kids? That's what I'm talking about.
This guy was born.
Prince William.
Look how old and used up he looks.
That's what happens.
You look way better than that guy, and you guys
Thank
are the
God.
same age.
I appreciate
There's
that.
no way that guy's the same age as Gary. That's impossible.
That is a recent
Guys-
photo too. He's grown a beard. Now.
That is impossible.
Let me tell you real quick. That's what happens when you're surrounded by all the worst human beings on earth for your
And
whole life.
politics, eh?
That's it. That's what it is.
Wow.
The monarchy, the whole 9 yards. They're the ones pulling all the strings, and the ones above them are pulling strings. It's just all. This is why we don't talk about politics, because no matter what you think, you're not right. You'll never be right, because in the end, it's just a couple people running everything.
So I
Bunch
read.
of puppets,
I-
stooges out there.
I read the Prince Harry book. Well, I listened to.
This is why we don't talk politics, by the way. I get real fired.
Yeah,
up.
let's get away from this. Anyway, in the book, it talks about how Prince Harry grew a beard, and he was jealous. Prince William was jealous because he could grow a beard, and it's against like protocol in the royal family or something. So anyway, now look at him.
Royal family, Illuminati, same thing. Bunch of lizard people.
He does look like a
Get
lizard.
him outta
He
here.
doesn't look well.
Get
Anyway,
him.
I brought
They're
it up
poisoning the
because
studio with
you
this
look
garbage.
way better than that guy.
It's
Thank
basically
God.
the
I
hills
appreciate
have
that. Thank
eyes
you
over
very
there, is
much.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah, that's.
Hey, like it doesn't. Hey, there you go. There's
Okay.
a couple jabronis.
David Letterman late night show launches, and his
Oh.
first guest is Bill Murray.
Bill freaking Murray.
That is Bill Murray.
Is that cool?
That actually is really neat.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's like one of the biggest talk shows of all
Let's
time.
see how long it ran for.
With this huge, like everything about it is so massive, and like the first guy ever to be on, it's like one of us,
Is
right?
it
That's so cool.
Oh yeah, super sweet. Like the Tonight Show, the Late Show, like they all have these names because Johnny Carson was the OG. He brought it in, and then all of these hosts were just the hosts of the show. So the David Letterman show would have been which one? Do we know? Like the Tonight Show or the Late Show?
It's a late show.
Late show.
Late
night
show.
career spanned 33 years.
There you go.
That's
Wow.
a long time.
Yeah.
That is a long
That's
time.
like
dude.
as old as you.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
That's
this! Look at this
freaking
little
me.
peeksy poo.
Oh, look at little Marge.
Joining the party. Marge, you like Bill Murray? She just did it out. That's so good. Thank you. Oh, very
Marge
cool.
loves
Very
Bill
cool
Murray.
stuff. Does anybody watch late night shows anymore?
No.
No.
They're
and
dead,
I have
right?
TV.
Yeah,
They're toast. They're done
and you know why they're toast?
because they suck.
Well, not only that, but yes, but also because they're another part of the whole Illuminati.
Okay.
We're in it now. I'm just exposing everything. I'm exposing it all.
Next
it's coming
one.
out, baby.
Okay.
Oh,
Blade
Runner.
Hell yeah.
Blade Runner. It just does a description of what the movie is, and clearly you guys know what it is. But
You know, I haven't seen it in so long. I saw it probably when I was like a teenager, and I don't remember
Oh,
ever
I'll tell
watching
you.
it again.
The
Well, I remember
pursuit
what it's about,
of
but yes.
Terminated 4 replicants.
That's right.
Yeah, who
Replicant?
stole a ship in
all about
space and
clones,
have
right?
returned to Earth to find their creator.
Are
Who?
you a clone or are you not a clone?
It was about like robot people, androids.
Yeah,
if you
androids,
will.
sorry, android,
and
not-
like,
not
were you an android or were you not?
Tears in Rain, best movie monologue ever.
Tears in Rain. What's that?
Best
It's a
movie
monologue
ever.
that what's the actor's name?
Harrison Ford?
The villain.
Oh.
Hauser, something Hauser. Anyway, the villain in Blade Runner gives this. He's one of the replicants that Harrison Ford is chasing, and he gives this really, really, really great monologue about like what it means to really be alive. Rutger Hauer.
He needs a mic.
And
I
they,
know.
like it's just one of those things that
Thank you, Cor.
it's like the nature of what is life and what does it really mean to have a
deep-seated
soul.
questions,
And
yeah.
like it really is really.
Gives you introspective into yourself.
But
if you've
did
never
you-
heard, seek that out.
Did you like the new Blade Runner?
No, I
Me
did not.
neither. Did it go? It was too
didn't
slow.
watch it.
But is the first one like that?
No, the first one is
See-
a lot. It's very atmospheric, much like the new one, but it moves at a better clip and has a lot more like zip gun action.
Ooh, I want a zip gun.
My biggest issue was I always have a very tough time differentiating between this movie and Total Recall. That's and
Total Recall.
are they actually similar in any way, or is that just in my head?
No,
Not well. I mean,
they're both in space.
they're both kind of space.
And they're in your brain, and you're like
And-
maybe real, maybe not type of
No.
thing. Anyway, the whole point of this entire story.
like the tiniest bit.
Okay,
The whole
let's
point
get
of this
into it.
story
Let's
was
get
just so we could say, Cohagen gives the people air. Shout out to Mars, bro. We're gonna be there soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
All right.
I would love to be on Mars.
I would
Okay.
love to live on Mars. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Just don't go outside. Apparently, your head will go like this. Although there are women with 3 boobs there, so
Yeah,
you
man.
got your options. Which
Sounds
one's
rad
better?
as hell.
You want to die in a horrible head-exposing way, or do you want
Oh,
to check out some
the
boobs?
thing!
Yeah, the
There
thing.
you go,
A
John Carpenter, baby, the
research
great
team-
Kurt Russell. Here we go.
Okay, I have to burp a little bit, but the research team in Antarctica is hunted by a shape-shifting
were.
alien that assumes the appearance of its victims.
Now, was this the first ever pairing of Kurt Russell and John Carpenter? Do we know?
I
Google it.
feel like it is.
It's got to be one of them, right? Because that relationship brought us Big Trouble Little China, brought us all of those amazing escape movies. Like, that duo did such cool shit for cinema. You guys get into John Carpenter's at all? LB? No, okay. That'll be a
man.
good time
The-
when
the
they go
thing
down
would
that
be-
rabbit hole.
The Thing is one of the very.
Oh, there you go. So they made for TV movie.
Thank
Elvis
God
was
for
when they
LB.
first met. And this would have been about 3 years later.
The Thing is one of the very few movies that I think en masse is regarded as being better than the book that it was based on.
Oh,
Very, not very many of those, but this
Stephen
certainly
King?
is one.
Yeah.
Was it Stephen King? I don't think it was. I know it's called Who's. It's a short story called Who Goes There. Is what it's
Interesting.
called. That
I
the
thought
thing
it
is
was
based
Stephen
on.
King.
It's just usually the go-to because all these movies are Stephen
Yeah,
King.
because everything is Stephen King.
Oh, hell of an author, that King kid.
Guy. He's
Okay,
going
should we fit in
somewhere.
one more?
Yeah, one more.
Let's go for 2 more. We got 4
Yeah,
more.
because 2 more actually go back to back and they belong. Let's go 3 more. Can we go 3 more?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we can.
Okay, Saturday morning, 1982 CBS
Both of us did
lineup
the same
included
He was just singing the
Pandanomium,
jingles from these.
Bun Spungy Roadrunner shows, Sylvester and Tweety, Daffy and Speed Show, Meatballs and Spaghetti, and Gilligan's Planet. I didn't get to watch all of these because I had Farmer Vision.
Well, I'm looking, and I'm not remembering much.
Really?
You watched Bugs Bunny and
Well,
Tweety
yeah, of
and
course, but
the
like,
Roadrunner.
what was the meatballs you were saying?
Meatballs
Yeah,
and
can we see
spaghetti.
it bigger
Yeah.
again, LB?
Yeah,
We
get
can't
back
see.
up.
We're old. We need.
There we go. Yeah, like I don't know any of those top 3.
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better because
Yeah,
I was like,
no,
I
the
don't
bottom
remember
two,
seeing any of
obviously.
I know the one on the top on the left, but I
What's
can't remember the
Panda
name of
Bears?
it. But I've definitely seen that.
Panda Bears and
And
Friends.
like the 2 guys.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, next one because
Continue.
it goes together.
Oh, we're going
More
together.
cartoons.
Oh,
Yeah, Pac-Man was
Pac-Man.
included on the Saturday morning lineup. Do you remember this?
I did not.
Me neither.
I knew it existed, but I never watched it because
Okay.
I was a sperm at this point,
Yeah, me too.
swimming around.
Well,
in my
that means it
dad's-
didn't last long. Well,
Correct.
I mean,
What's
like,
well, I mean-
usually cartoons last a few years on.
Oh yeah, that
TV.
definitely didn't have a big run. No, Pac-Man TV shows are very rare.
Okay.
That's a true story.
I mean, when you really think about it, it's like it's Pac-Man. Like, what's he?
Yeah,
gonna
what are they
walk
gonna
around
do?
What's he gonna do?
Do you remember Gargoyles?
Yes.
Yes, what a good show.
Oh,
Great
that
show.
show.
Okay,
was
next
so
one. This is
freaking
the last one.
Okay, last one before we wake up Frank and make our way out here today.
This
Yeah,
guy.
Seth Rogen.
You look a lot better than this guy too. Like he looks like he's 60. He was born in the same year.
Seth Rogen.
He's Canadian.
He laughs too. He goes, ha 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 ha. It's pretty cool. It's my Seth Rogen.
Well,
There you go.
Anyway,
Yeah, cool dude.
in 40-Year-Old Virgin, he was my favorite character.
So funny. He was, man, great actor as far as movies go. And for me personally, I like to just turn on and laugh and not give a shit.
Yeah.
Perfect guy for that.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Friday Fun Table.
I love Fridays.
Woo!
They're my favorite.
Even when we're learning. LG,
Did
I
we do
forgot to turn
one
on the-
page?
Thanks, buddy.
we did. You know what? I'll have to add some more to the next one, which is fine. Which is
Okay.
completely fine. I like adding things.
We could just talk more about them.
That's also
Yeah.
We
true.
just have more time
Instead
to
of always
say
trying to
things.
squeeze it, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, he's going to fire it up and we're going to make our way. What a great show today. Thank you to you guys for always making it on Fridays, making them always so much fun. As it's you know, yeah, lay it on me. Thank you very much. As this place continues to grow and as every sort of day has its own signature aura. I almost said the V word.
Yeah, you did.
Aura. Look at that. Speaking of, hey, you're gonna get sneezies. Stop it. As we continue to grow, this Friday Fun Table is such a great springboard to go into the weekend because no matter how bad your week is, no matter what's going on, you got this fun time getting you into it.
I'm glad
So
you haven't
thank
kicked
to
us
guys.
off yet.
No,
Yeah.
this is great. It's the favorite. Well, I guess everything's the favorite of the week, but also this one. Again, huge thank you to LB on the ones and twos today. Everyone who stopped by throughout the week. John Fass was here. We had Simon High. We checked in with Adrian Larzon. Brooksy was here. Emily May was
Craig's
here.
mom.
Craig's mom was here on Monday. That's so true. And so we had Asher and Scotty in here, Johnny Factoid, so much going on. So thank you to everybody who stopped by and continue to support this incredible dream that we continue to chase of making the world a better place. Huge happy birthday to my sweet, sweet prince, the Silkomatic, Silky, a.k.a. Doobie, born this day in 1983. So very cool, as we'll be celebrating tomorrow night with his family and doing the thing we do every year to honor his life. It's very, very, very fun stuff. To all of our friends in town and the people we've been visiting as we've been making some hospital visits lately, thank you to all of you. Very, very appreciated. And to my sweet, beautiful El Dandy, who I love so, so, so much. He just texted me, I love you, buddy. He's going through a lot. That's terrible, tragic stuff happened. So we're all here for you and we love you. And just keep being you because you're awesome and amazing. Anything else from you two jabronis before we call it?
May the 4th be with you.
I just took my shoes off. I could smell my socks.
Awesome.
He
This
never
is gonna
takes
be
his
a
shoes off.
it's gonna be a great Twitch stream. Hey, the best. We're heading on over to twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media. We're gonna be doing the Mega Man, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So join us over there as we roll into the weekend. Oh, look at you! I didn't even have to hit it. This guy gets it.
Hell yeah.
That's where you go. Get signed up and enjoy all the amazing video game playing that we always get into around here. Thank you again, and remember, karma's very, 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 very real. Do good things and it'll start happening to you. I promise you, that's how we got this place. Take care. We love you. Have a great weekend.
Bye.